Do you easily absorb negative energy from the people around you? Do you have high anxiety? Do you like to be alone? Do you easily have your feelings hurt? If you relate to any of these, you may just be an empath. Hello and welcome to Monday morning's Cup of Wisdom for the week ahead of April 19th through the 24th, 2021. This is Susan Saucier, your spiritual life coach. The topic this week is, are you an empath and how can you protect yourself? First, let's begin by talking about what an empath is and if you fall in that category. Most empaths will have anxiety. They will feel overwhelmed easily and have major empathy for others, have a strong gut feeling or intuition about things, and empaths will love being in nature and animals, and they will also find that animals and children gravitate toward them easily. An empath does not like to be in crowds. They do like to be alone. Empaths care very deeply. It's very, very compassionate. They always like to solve problems and help others. And they easily can have their feelings hurt. And if they're either with people who are hurting, they can feel that deeply. Also, you would be a very thoughtful person, a very good listener. You can have mood swings due to the fact that you're taking on other people's emotions without even realizing it. And you easily absorb feelings from others when you're around them. This is just a few of the signs that you're an empath. There are many different types of empaths, and I'm just going to talk today about the basic types of empath and how to help yourself, because it can be extremely draining. So for an example, if someone is around you and they are having a bad day, yet you are feeling great and happy, the next thing you know, you are kind of blending with their energy and you're starting to feel frustrated, taking on that bad day. Sometimes what happens is the other person ends up stealing your good energy and walking away feeling better. This especially happens when there is deep conversation, even if that person is just calling you or in your presence, which makes it just as strong, and venting, talking and complaining about everything that is on their mind, that's bothering them. It may not have anything to do with you personally, but they need to vent, and empaths are very good listeners. So in comes all this garbage. It's almost as if someone has thrown a big glob of slime on your energy field. It feels as if whatever happiness and joy you just had suddenly dissolved. And now you're walking away with this glob of slime all over your energy field that feels really yucky and negative. And they're saying, "Thanks for listening. Have a great day. I feel so much better." And off they go. Sometimes you didn't even give much advice at all. It's pretty much that they just sucked in your energy. When you are an empath, your energy vibration is strong. It's joyful. It's happy. It's beautiful when you're at your highest vibration. You can be walking around in a store, not even communicating with anyone, and you could walk out feeling drained. What happens is the other people around you, they can easily grab from your field if you're not protecting yourself. It's so important, if you are an empath and you're feeling, and these things I'm mentioning to you are happening, that when you go out into public places and then you feel drained, you need to learn how to protect yourself. And we're going to go over that at the end of this video. But right now, we're going to continue talking about the different things that happen as an empath. You can easily feel overwhelmed and not know why. You might wake up and just feel like, I have nothing to be worried about or stressed about, but yet I'm feeling it and I don't know why. A few things can relate to this. One, the alignment of planets can actually shift you. The full moons can feel intense. The new moons can feel intense because you are a high vibrational frequency. So therefore, since everything on this planet is also vibration, you easily can be tapped into. And in the beginning, when you start feeling these feelings and not know what to do with it, you may start thinking there's something wrong with you. Being an empath is a gift. You just need to know how to use it and how to protect yourself. So another example might be taking on other people's emotions without even realizing it. I know the description I gave you earlier about someone venting with you, but there can also be a time where if you're working in an office and there's many people around you, and you might even hear some of them frustrated. You're not even over in that section. It can sometimes go into your energy field. You can actually go walk down a hallway, and if someone prior to you was walking down that hallway that was very angry, and you go walking down in your nice, calm, happy mood, you have no idea why. You just shifted. And that's how easy it can happen when you are not focused, when you are not aware, and when you do not know how to protect yourself. A lot of people who have really high anxiety don't understand why or where it's coming from. A good percentage of the time, those with high anxiety have very empathic energy. They are taking on the world's energy at times. Think about what we just went through in 2020 and the fear of others, how we could easily consume that fear within ourselves. It's very important to hone in on the skills of an empath because you're given a gift that is so powerful that if you don't learn how to tame it and work with it, it will get out of control and your anxiety can be through the roof. You can have depression. You can be all over the place and not understand why your moods are swinging up and down and left and right. If you find that when you go to a concert or you go to a pro football game or something where there's a lot of people, even into a mall, but I know nowadays it's not as much because of what we're going through, but even being around large groups of people, even if you think back in your mind when you were at some big concert or outdoor event, even if it's a lot of people, remember how you felt when you got home. Perhaps you felt happy, but you could feel exhausted. And that is because you might have been in a place where people were very excited. It was a great time. So you did take on the charge of that energy. But at the same time, you're taking it all in. And then you collapse and you're exhausted. So the question is, okay, I realize I might just be an empath. Everything that I'm hearing makes me think that I just might be in this category. So what can I do about it? How can I improve this gift and how can I protect myself? The first thing we want to do is you're going to want to learn how to shield yourself with intention. When you are about to go into a place where there is a crowd of people, perhaps a grocery store, the mall, wherever it may be, your office where you work, if you're back working in your office, before you go in, we always put on obviously when we get up in the morning, we put on our clothes, we go out into the world and what we're going to do. Think of it that way. Right before you're about to get out of your vehicle and get into whatever that location is, remember to put on your shield. The shield can be anything that you choose, anything you want to visualize, but it is important and it does work. A few examples would be visualize a beautiful bright light coming down over your head and creating this beautiful bubble that goes around your entire body. And then you can say, I am putting on this shield that is filled with love and light. And anything that comes at me that's negative will bounce off and go away. Now, that doesn't mean you're not going to experience people trying to come in and pop the bubble, because that can still happen. And when that happens, now it's important to become aware, because your day can go on. Let's just say 4 hours later, you forgot about this invisible bubble you put on, and someone walks up to you and starts to do the vomit venting where they're throwing it at you. And it's not even about you, but they just need to get it off their chest. And you're a great listener, and here it comes. That's when you need to bring into your awareness, I need the bubble. I need to reaffirm that that bubble's there. So you're listening to them, but at the same time, you're saying, I am putting on my invisible bubble right now, and it is filled with love and light, and it is shielding me from any negative words or energy. And just say that. Another example could be where you have that bubble around you, or another type of coverage and shield can be a suit of armor. I've had people tell me they like that, to visualize this steel come right down. It feels more forceful and more powerful to them. So whatever fits you. But one thing I do want to say is, before you put your shield on, make sure you don't have a bunch of crap still on you. And the reason I say that is because if someone starts vomiting and venting on you, right? And you go, oh, I got to put this shield on, and they still get, some of it has already gotten into your energy field, then you're shielding that in too. So what you want to do first, if that has happened and you realize halfway through you forgot to put your shield on, then you're going to say, cleanse my body, and visualize a shower coming right over you, pouring and going right off your body, washing away all of the yuck off of you. And then say, now that I am clear, my energy field is clear, I'm going to put my shield on now and protect me from anything that's incoming, that's negative. So again, this is one of the most powerful ways to shield yourself and protect yourself in an instant, in a split second. You can do that. And always remember to do it before you go into a crowded place, before you go anywhere. And if you're going into a place with friends, and even if you're just going over a friend's house and you're expecting it to be fun, and something happens where venting or arguments, whatever it may be, you can always put your shield on then. Just make sure you have done your clearing first with that shower that you visualize in your mind. Another thing that you want to do as well is to set clear limits and boundaries, because these people who can be like energy vampires love empaths. They love the empath because it's so easy to grab their energy when they're not paying attention, when they're not realizing the gift they're walking around with. Energy vampires and toxic people are your biggest predator. So you have to realize that you have to take the first step in protecting you with shielding. And when you start doing this, you're going to notice that they stop coming around as frequently, or they stop trying to take your energy. Now, if you are discussing something with a person, you have your shield on, and they're pulling, and they're trying to start an argument, and they're pressing your buttons, and you find that you forget all about this bubble, and the right button was pressed, and in you go, and you start engaging in this argument, and you can feel your blood pressure rising. You can feel your energy just being sucked right out of you. This is when you have to realize the importance of why this person keeps coming around, because they know that when they push your buttons, it's like you just give them your energy on a platter when you engage. So the key is to remember when to walk away, when to not answer, and sometimes just stand in that moment, in that bubble, before you respond. The main thing is to become aware. A lot of times I remind myself, this is another test for me, another lesson. Let's see how I respond. I choose to offer that person love energy, even though I may be feeling hurt, even angry at words that might be being thrown at me. But I know that this love energy is more powerful than anything they could throw at me. So the shield is on. I'm not going to respond to the buttons that they're pushing. And instead, I'm going to focus on love. Perhaps my favorite pet, whatever it may be, just kind of go above that person's head. That way you're connecting to both crown chakras, your soul to their soul, above the head, going up to the next dimension kind of, and out of your body. You're visualizing this. You're still listening to them. You're still there, but you're going above and out of it, and you're seeing and sending that love vibration because you're visualizing that love feeling over to that person, over to their field. And a lot of times they either will just give up and walk away, or they become silent, or their mood completely changes, and they may even be remorseful and say, I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that. It's really amazing what the power of the love energy can do. So that's another key to hold on to. Another thing that's important for empaths to do, because you do feel drained frequently, even when you're shielding, we can still get drained, is to be out in nature. And for those of you who can't really be out in nature, it's important that you even go outside, even if it's cold, and just stand on the ground, even if it's, I know some places are still experiencing snow, but stand on the ground and just let your body connect with the earth that way. Or you can even walk around barefoot in your house. If you're able to do barefoot outside and it's nice and the nature is cooperating, that is even more intense. Putting your feet in the soil is so grounding and rejuvenating. And if it's sunny out, the sun is a super powerful energy field for those who are empaths. Even if you can just walk around a little bit and let your body absorb the sun, and I even will intentionally ask that from the sun. I will thank the sun for shining. I will thank the sun for clarity. I will thank the sun for rebooting and recharging my energy, because it does do exactly that. Another thing you can do is when you're taking a bath, you add Epsom salt and essential oils. Epsom salt is excellent for empaths and for clearing their energy field. Now, some people don't like to take a bath and prefer a shower. They now have some of those soaps out there in the containers that actually have Epsom salt and essential oils in them. You can use that, still washing it off. You're still showering. You still have something that has Epsom salt in it. And it's good to put intention. So when you're getting in that bath or getting in that shower, even if it's just for a brief few seconds, you say, "This, my intention is to cleanse my energy field and allow all the negative energy to just go right down the drain and away from me and off of me. And thank you." You always want to give gratitude. Praying and meditating is also wonderful for empaths. That alone time is so important. And to quiet your mind, even though I know it's not always easy, but when thoughts are coming in, it's okay to just recognize them. I often would keep a notepad next to me when I began meditating, and I would write down these little things coming into my mind, because then I could release them and make more room for the space in my mind to expand. So praying is also a high vibrational energy. When you're praying and you're meditating, you're raising your vibration, your spiritual awareness, which is needed because you're expanding your vibrational frequencies, which already are pretty powerful because you came here with the gift of being an empath. Your gift is so special that you can literally walk through a store, not even buy one thing, go down a few aisles, come back out, and your energy field has already spread love and light in that place. Another example would be calling on an archangel. I know in times where I really felt I needed strength and confidence and courage, I would call on Archangel Michael, who is a powerful archangel warrior, and he's pretty much the leader of the pack, where he can call in all of them if you're needing them. If you're in a really stressful situation where you need to feel empowered, put your shield on and ask Archangel Michael to join you, to give you strength. Your words and your thoughts, speaking to them and asking for help is super important, and they respond. Some people prefer to call in a spirit animal like a tiger or a lion and just say, I need you in my space to protect me while I take on this task, while I confront this person and speak from my heart with love. But you know it can totally go the other way from the other person, but you're needing that strength. Call in a tiger, a lion, or whatever animal that comes into your awareness that makes you feel powerful and confident, and just know in your mind and see it, visualize this animal walking around you and protecting you as you're speaking to this person or this group, whatever it may be, knowing they have your back. And if you find yourself feeling happy and then suddenly feeling sad or angry, and you weren't even speaking to anyone and you don't know why, and you're trying to understand what is bothering you and you're feeling yucky, it's a good idea to ask yourself, are these emotions even mine? Do they even belong to me? Did I pick them up yesterday when I stopped at the gas station? Did I pick them up somewhere? And you'll be amazed at how suddenly it can shift if you ask, release these. They are not serving me and they are not mine. Another example I like to use is, again, the power of love. I have had clients that I've worked with coaching had situations where they had to go and deal with something in a court of law. That can always be extremely intimidating, especially for an empath. The fear is there of being attacked and then getting lost in the energy that's within a courtroom. This can apply to anywhere, but I'm going to use this specific example. Before you even enter into this room, you're going to want to send this love energy out to the judge, to the people that are even opposing you, even the perpetrator, if there's one. You want to send love. It's not that you're saying they deserve this love, but you want to create this big vibration of love, because that trumps everything. That will always win over the animosity and the hatred, whatever may be going on. So go in there with love for everyone. Another example is someone who's going to have surgery. Even if it's yourself, you want to send love to the doctors, the surgeons, the one who's doing the anesthesia, the nurses, everyone involved, so they can bring in the best results. The power of intention is huge. This can happen also when you are about to get on an aircraft to go on a trip. It's important that you bless and love, send that vibration out to the airplane, to the people on it, to the co-pilot, to the attendants, to the mechanics, to everyone that's involved. And I always like to ask the archangels to fly with us and to protect that aircraft the whole way. So for those of you who have a lot of anxiety for these different things, when you have to approach something that you've either been putting off or that you know needs to be done, whether it's surgery, whether it's going on this trip you need to do, whatever it may be, understand that you can also add intention every time with the power of your energy, because being an empath, as I mentioned earlier, has a powerful vibration, not just for you taking it in, but you can also push it out there. If you're in the airplane with lots of different people, obviously you can easily absorb so much energy. So you're going to shield first, but you can also send love and light to everyone on there. And what a wonderful experience it ends up being. So to conclude, I just want you to know that you have the power within you. As soon as you become aware of being sucked into the drama, make sure your shield is on, make sure you've cleared yourself first, and make sure you take the time to recharge your energy field. Grounding outside, being in the sunshine, taking a bath or a shower with Epsom salt, speaking that you're clearing yourself, praying, meditating, setting boundaries, using the archangels and spirit animals to help you set those boundaries when you're feeling intimidated, and understanding what emotions are yours and what emotions are not yours. Knowing that this is a powerful gift you've been given, and when you begin to connect with it in ways of love and healing and light, and making sure you're filled with that and that you can send that out and shield yourself when the energy vampires come knocking on your door, you're going to find your life changing in more positive ways. And always remember that you are amazing. Now, if you are an empath and you can relate to all of this, I do have a great guided meditation that is the healing of the empath child. If you're an empath, a lot of times as a child, you have taken on a lot. We feel abandoned by our higher self for not being there to rescue us. So if I were you, I would make the time to listen to that video. I'm going to put the link down below, and allow yourself to begin healing that inner child as well. And the cards I pulled for the week, the first card is from Archangel Michael, Eternal Love. The prayer is, help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. How wonderful that this goes exactly with what we were talking about. Now let's see the next card, which is the color of the week, and that is Aqua, the number 33, and it says experience peace and calm. Aqua creates a state of serenity and tranquility and peace. It soothes your mind and it calms your nerves. It's a great color to work with in meditation. So when you'd like to experience inner stillness, maybe what you can do in meditation or when you're putting on your bubble is to see this beautiful aqua color surrounding you, because it is filled with patience and faith and acceptance, but it also dissolves your fears so that it can increase your confidence and belief in yourself. It can calm your nervous system and soothe your mind. So just let yourself bask in the aqua ray of light, especially when you are doing meditation or putting on your protective shield. Spend some time relaxing. Focus on your inner stillness. Divine Spirit, infuse me with healing aqua light. Calm my nerves and allow me to experience a sense of peace and tranquility. And what do you need to know this week? You need to know that you are here for a reason. You are most definitely here for a reason, bringing in your beautiful energy, which this Earth planet needs so desperately right now. And your spirit animal of the week is the goose. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving. Sometimes we need to recognize that when we push and try to make things happen, there comes a time where we need to just take it slow and rest. And it does feel a little bit like that this week ahead. It feels like it's going to be necessary to set your intentions, but to take it slow. And to know that this week you are working on upgrading your personal self-worth. And know that you are transforming into a beautiful butterfly, ready to take flight. Thank you for joining me this week. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you more than you know. And if you are new to this channel, it would be wonderful if you would join us and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you receive all upcoming videos. Have a wonderful week ahead. Much love and blessings to all of you. Namaste.